Oh, sorry. Didn't see there. What's what, sorry? Oh, this. Well, this is the new Zelos Mako, and it might just be the ultimate summer watch. And where better to review it than in the sun, or in my somewhat British case, the clouds. Now, the Zelos Mako is by no means a new model, and if you're familiar with the brand, you'll know that it's actually been around for years. However, this version has been, well, over the years it's been refined, and they finally come out with this version here, and technically it's the best version yet. Now, this all new version comes in 6 colorways with the standard dial starting at $429, and I think there's 3 special dials that vary from there up to $529. And at the time of recording, unlike usual Zelos style, these are all still in stock, so you can get any one of them. I also think that they are limited to 150 pieces per colorway. Now, I mentioned that this was the best Mako yet, and what makes me say that? Well, there are a couple of upgrades from previous iterations, one of them being the bezel now has a smoother feel, as well as a clickier, more tactile click, I guess. A little bit of the bezel action there. And the bracelet now features female end links, so despite previous iterations having male end links, this one has female. Now what this also does mean, however, is that the lug-to-lug from previous models has extended from 46mm to 47mm. Now, although that's technically a size up and it's bigger, it actually hugs smaller wrists better. And yeah, my wrist is about 6.25 to 6.5 inches, and the female end links mean that the bracelet articulates nicely and hugs my wrist very well. Now, if we jump straight into the specs of this thing, we are looking at a 40mm case diameter with 47mm lug-to-lug and a basic 20mm lug width. Thickness, we're looking at 12.2mm, and then if you include the domed sapphire crystal, you've got 14.8mm, so quite thick. The case and bracelet are both made out of 316L stainless steel with no hardness coating. The bracelet also has an on-the-fly micro-adjust and features quick-release end links. The bezel is made out of ceramic and it's white with a light blue lume. Then you have a signed and lumed crown at the 4 o'clock position. Then if we flip it over to the back, you've got a closed case back, and inside there is an automatic Japanese Miyota 9015 movement with a date window at the 6 o'clock position and a 42-hour power reserve. 300 meters of water resistance is more than enough for any need other than if you're going deep diving. And then obviously, as mentioned, that domed sapphire crystal has inner anti-reflective coating. And then on the hands and indices, we are looking at BGW9 lume. Now, why do I say that this Lagoon Blue Mako is, or might be, the ultimate summer watch? Well, there are a few reasons, one of which being the 300 meters of water resistance is plenty for any situation that you might be near water, whether you're at the beach, on a boat, by the pool, whatever it is, it's there. The ultimate summer watch. But also, just look at this thing. I mean, if that doesn't scream summer to you, then, you know, I don't know what does. So if we actually talk about the design itself, you've got a guilloche pattern with a reverse fume fading from blue in the inside to white on the outside. Then outside that white, you have a purple chapter ring, and then obviously, as mentioned before, the white ceramic bezel with the light blue numbers. And of course, all of the indices and the hands are white, which to me just looks like summer. It just screams summer all over. It is a summer watch, and that's that. Now, when I ordered this thing, I was a little bit concerned that it might be too bright, too bold, too out there. But actually, the more time I've spent with it, the more I realised that although this is a summer watch and it's bright and it's bold and it's fun and colourful, it's actually somewhat subdued. I mean, it's not too bright and bold at all. So I would say that it doesn't have to be just worn by the pool. You could wear it in pretty much any situation you like. And as mentioned before, with the articulation of the bracelet due to the female end links, it hugs my wrist really nicely. And I don't think it feels too big. And obviously my wrist being quite small, I think it fit a lot of similar sized wrists, but also I don't think it would look out of place on a bigger wrist. Now, the case and bracelet feature mostly brushed finishing, with, of course, some polished bits on the sort of edges. And if I'm totally honest, the bracelet is comfier than I expected. It articulates nicely, and although the watch is thick and it is somewhat heavy, it doesn't feel too thick or too heavy. When I look at it side on, it kind of does look too thick, but then when I look at it just on my wrist normally, it looks absolutely fine and it looks like it belongs there. So I was hesitant about the thickness, but please, yeah, there's no need to be. It's not too thick at all. Also, the on-the-fly micro adjustment is wonderful. I've had no issues with it at all. It's really easy, and there are a lot of kinks in it, so it's really quite easy to get a lovely, perfect fit. Now, while I'm here, I might as well go over some negatives. But to be honest, there isn't any. There aren't any. There are no negatives. Yes, it could be slightly thinner. It could weigh slightly less. It could be slightly less heavy. But then I think if you're going for a dive watch like this, a 300-meter water resistance dive watch, you kind of expect that heaviness and you want it to feel substantial on the wrist. And yes, even though my wrists are quite small, I don't think it's too heavy. I don't think it's too thick. So that would be the only thing I could say. Could it be thinner? Could it be slightly lighter? Yes. But I wouldn't say that it was a deal breaker by any means at all. So we are coming to the end of this review now. I will say that it's not sponsored. I bought this watch with my own money because I wanted it. And yeah, if the video's been helpful, it helps you decide. Like I said, as of recording, they're all still in stock, so you can still pick them up, and they're at a reasonable price. I do think the price will be going up in a few days, but these are the launch prices that are currently available. So this video has helped you in deciding whether you want to purchase one of these. Please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel. These videos take a lot of effort to make, so I really do appreciate you watching. But until then, I'll see you in the next one.